Welcome, my name is Trent and this is Practice Makes Better Music, a site and channel dedicated to effective practice techniques for guitar players. In this video, I'm going to take you through a short lead riff using double stops. I'm going to show you the same thing in two positions to hopefully help you get a little more familiar with these positions and what you can do with them. In case you aren't familiar with the term, double stop is a term borrowed from other stringed instruments that use bows like violins, viola, cello, and upright bass. On those instruments, you can only play two strings at a time, and it's called a double stop when you do. On guitar, we can play up to 6 notes at a time, so we call it a double stop when we just play 2. Double stops are very fun and they sound great, so this is a nice trick to have in your toolbox. Today I'm covering 2 positions for playing over major chords, but these patterns can also be used over minor chords by simply adjusting which notes you're emphasizing. My hope is that you can use this riff as a basic framework to come up with some of your own ideas. I'll talk through the riff and then there'll be a short series of practice along videos at the end. Now I'm going to go to a close-up of my brand new Stratocaster. The way that I think about chords is really centered around my root note, even when I'm not playing the root note. So I use the root note as a way to visualize the different notes that I can play over a given chord. So to begin, we're going to go to G on the 2nd string. So because the 2nd string is tuned to B, G is on the 8th fret. So here at the 8th fret, we're going to be at the root note for our first position. If we make a triad around this note, we can put the 5th below it and the 3rd above it. Our major chord is 1, 3, 5, so we've got the 5 on bottom, 1 in the middle, and 3 on top. Second inversion G major. So this is a position that you can use as a starting point for some very nice double stop patterns. We'll start by playing G on the 2nd string with B on the 1st string. Play this with your 1st and 2nd fingers so you can easily move to the next notes. Next, you're going to slide your 1st finger up a half step and change from your 2nd finger on the 2nd string to your 3rd finger to move the lower note up a whole step from where it was. You're going to slide this shape up a whole step and back down, strumming again when you come back down, returning to the 1st finger position here. So next, we'll play a perfect 4th, playing G on the 2nd string and D on the 3rd. And once you hit the notes, you're going to hammer on a whole step up to the 3rd string, then release back to the D. Next, bar your 1st finger down the 3rd and 4th strings like this, covering the A on the 4th string and hammering on a whole step to the B, which is the 2 into the 3 of the G chord. So next, you're going to slide down a whole step with your 3rd finger on the 4th string, and then with your 1st finger play G at the bottom before sliding back up from A to B and finishing with a G major chord in 1st inversion. The next position is centered around G on the 3rd string. So that'll be the 12th fret. And to play 2nd inversion triad here, we just bar across strings 2 through 4 at the 12th fret. We'll start with the 2nd and 3rd strings and go from 1st finger to 2nd and 3rd fingers and slide that up the same way as before. Then we'll bar at the 12th fret again, the 3rd and 4th strings this time, and after hitting the notes, we hammer on into the E on the 4th string, and then return to the D. Moving down now, we bar the 4th and 5th strings at the 12th fret and hammer on into the B on the 5th string. From there we slide down into the A, and then go down to the G on the 5th string, play the A again, and then slide up to the B, and then bar the 3rd and 4th strings at the 12th fret to play a G major triad in first inversion. Again, just the same as we did over here. So this is the exact same riff, just in these two different positions of the guitar, which are really useful areas if you want to get into playing double stops a little more, or if you like this riff and want to work on your double stops, I suggest practicing along with the videos at the slowest tempo first till you nail that, then move to the next until you can nail that one, and so on. You can take these positions and do your own thing with them. Try them in different keys by picking a different chord, say C major for example. Find C on the 2nd or 3rd strings and then follow a similar pattern to the riff from today's lesson. And I think you'll be able to come up with ideas of your own in no time. So if you like this video, check out a free course that I have available. The course walks you through a series of exercises designed to help you level up your soloing chops with pentatonics. So if you aren't watching at my site, just go to practicemakesbettermusic.com and look for the free mini course info at the top.